5 cheap Canadian farmhouses, all sitting on 10 plus acres of land. Sounds like a dream deal, right? But here's the part most people don't think about. Owning this much land isn't just about the price you pay up front. It's everything that comes after. Because these listings might look affordable at first glance until the math actually starts adding up. Starting off in northeast Saskatchewan, this one gives you almost 15 acres of land for under $170,000. Now that alone is pretty hard to find. The home itself is a 1,200 square foot bungalow with 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom sitting at the end of a long private driveway completely hidden from the road. You've got a metal roof already installed, a working well, and a pellet stove handling the heating. Around it, there's open land, a detached garage, and a few smaller outbuildings, giving you space for gardening, animals, or just a quiet rural setup. Plus, you're close to the river, which adds access to fishing, trails, and year-round outdoor use. On the surface, the numbers look straightforward. Land, house, and utilities at a relatively low entry price. But this is where the math shift becomes important. With rural properties like this, the upfront price is only one part of the equation. Ongoing costs like heating a larger rural footprint, maintaining your acreage with fencing, land upkeep, and equipment, well and septic servicing, and gradual home upgrades can steadily add up over time. Even small improvements like insulation upgrades, interior updates, or outbuilding repairs can change the total investment more than expected. So while $169,000 gets you in the door, the real picture forms when you factor in how the property evolves after purchase, not just what it costs on day one. And from here, we move on to something that looks even more affordable, but comes with its own special kind of trade-offs. Sitting on 10 acres, this nearly 2,000 square foot 2-story home offers a lot more interior space than most properties in this price range. Inside, the layout is noticeably larger than expected. You've got a wide L-shaped living area, a separate dining space, and multiple bedrooms spread across 2 levels, which gives flexibility for family living or dividing the space for different uses. The primary bedroom includes its own bathroom, while the upper level adds more rooms and a bonus area that can easily be adapted into an office, storage, or extra living space. Outside, the property is set up in a way that supports more than just residential use. There's a barn, detached garage, and an additional shed, giving you room for equipment, animals, or ongoing projects. On top of that, the home is already connected to natural gas, electricity, and a private well, which means the core services are in place for day-to-day living. At $125,000, the combination of house size and land makes it stand out immediately. But with the home dating back to 1920, this is where the affordable until the math hits idea starts to come in. The space is there, the land is there, but bringing everything up to a more modern standard is something buyers will naturally face in the larger picture over time. Next up, we're looking at something that cuts down the house size but pushes the land even further. This century-old farmhouse sits on just over 70 acres, giving you a huge stretch of land for a price that still sits under $150K. From the outside, it immediately feels like one of those rare listings where land does most of the talking. Inside, you've got a 2,500 plus square foot layout with 4 to 5 bedrooms, a main living and dining setup, and extra rooms that can be used for storage, offices, or additional sleeping space. The structure is livable but clearly set up as a long-term project rather than a finished modern home. The property itself is elevated with open views over the harbor, plus wooded sections and usable land that can support hobby farming or seasonal use. Some updates have already been done, like roofing and septic improvements, but the home still needs renovation work to be fully functional year-round. There are also practical factors to consider, like driveway installation and general upkeep across such a large land area, which naturally adds to the overall cost over time. So even though the price tag looks low for 70 plus acres and a large farmhouse, this is exactly where the reality hits. Still here? This is exactly the point where most people realize how fast these cheap farmhouses stop looking cheap once you see the full picture behind them. If you want more listings like this before they disappear, make sure you're subscribed because we break down the deals most people will scroll past. This one pushes straight into scale. Almost 75 acres of land paired with an 1,100 plus square foot home, giving you a mix of usable living space and a massive outdoor footprint at a price still under $200,000. Inside, the main level keeps things straightforward with a kitchen and dining setup, a connected living room, and 3 bedrooms on the same floor. Upstairs adds another bedroom along with a loft area that can be used as extra living space, storage, or a flexible zone depending on need. What makes this property stand out is the land itself. You're not just getting cleared space, but a mix of wooded areas and open ground with a natural brook running through it all. That adds both water access and recreational use potential, whether it's for fishing, trails, or simple outdoor privacy. On top of that, the property is located within reach of nearby services and is about 35 minutes away from Moncton, which keeps essentials and city access realistic without sacrificing seclusion. With nearly 75 acres at this price point, it clearly leans more into land value than house polish, which is exactly where long-term cost considerations start to matter more than the listing's number itself. Let's move to the final one because this might just tie everything together. This one sits on over 50 acres in a quiet coastal setting, giving you a mix of open land, trees, and direct access to a slower seaside lifestyle. The existing 1.5-story home offers around 1,600 square feet with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, but it's currently vacant and clearly positioned as a full renovation project rather than just a cheap move-in ready-to-go home. Inside, the layout includes a main living room, kitchen, den space, and multiple utility areas, with the workshop section already built in, which adds flexibility for storage or hands-on work. Upstairs holds the bedrooms, spread across a simple layout that can be reworked depending on how the space is redesigned and what your intentions are for it. The land here is where this property really expands. With 50 plus acres, you get a combination of privacy, natural surroundings, and proximity to coastal features like beaches and marina access. Essential utilities like a well, septic system, and electricity are already in place, which gives a very strong starting point for redevelopment. It's also located within a short drive to Shelburne, keeping basic services and town access realistic while also maintaining isolation and land scale. At this price point, it clearly falls into the category where the land and location carry most of the value, while the home itself becomes part of a longer-term rebuild decision. So, with acres of open space, existing utility setups, and flexible use potential, the list shows how far rural budgets can stretch when land becomes the main focus. And that's it for our list. Now the real question is, which one actually felt worth it to you?